Hey there, it's Dr. Amanda, your favorite orthodontist and craniofacial orthopedist from Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com. And today I'm going to be reviewing, get this, earplugs, noise canceling earplugs. And you're like, what the heck is she talking about? She's an orthodontist. Well, guess what? I can guarantee you every dentist who wants to keep their hearing needs to be wearing these. And I am a huge fan. I use noise canceling earplugs, earphones, whatever you want to call them, headphones, pretty much 24/7. And I can't just use my AirPods. I would love to. I love AirPods. But I know the radiation thing is iffy, but they're in my ears pretty much almost all day. But I try to take breaks. And of course, I don't sleep with them in. But I want to tell you a little bit more about why earplugs or noise canceling earplugs are really important for me and make me a better individual, make me a better human, and make me actually a more efficient person. And how I've been sampling all different types and reviewing them over the years. It's kind of a joke at home. So when I actually met my friend Anne, I can call her my friend now, because I actually met her through social media. We've been chit-chatting. We've had some phone calls over the past couple weeks, and I heard about her product. I was like, hey, I want to review her product for my channel. And I like to try new things. So it's been a joke in our home that me, mom, Amanda always has earplugs in or noise canceling earplugs in. So it's so funny because once my kids, or the first one went off to college and the other one is almost there, now they're starting to ask for samples. They're like, can I have a box of that? Because they realize it makes them better. And so now that I got this unboxing, potential from WeLove earplugs or WeLove ultra comfy earplugs, my kids actually wanted them. They want me to order more. So I should have some feedback from you guys in a few months. We're going to kind of talk about it as a family and decide how we're going to be using them. And then we'll do our kind of group review in a few months later once we have some data. But I'd like to do the unboxing and explain the product without further ado. Okay, so imagine standing in an office where a vacuum cleaner, a high frequency whistle, and a blender are running simultaneously for 8 hours a day. That's the reality for dental professionals. Between high-speed handpieces, ultrasonic scalers, dentists and dental hygienists work in a constant state of auditory stress. Now flip the coin. For neurodivergent individuals like those with ADHD or autism, the everyday world sounds just like a hectic dental office, a humming refrigerator, a passing traffic. Fluorescent office lights can often trigger immediate fight or flight survival response, derailing focus and fracturing our gentle nervous system. In my work at Straightsmile Solutions, I analyze how systemic health, sleep quality, and physical stress impacts jaw and airway. While our nervous system is constantly overwhelmed by noise, we clench our teeth and our sleep cycles break down and our bodies can't heal. And yes, that totally happens to me. That's why I'm collaborating with WeLove Creations. They didn't just design any ordinary earplugs. They bred and designed and engineered a sensory regulation tool that acts as a volume knob for a chaotic world. It bridges the gap between dental hearing safety and neurodivergent peace of mind. All right, so I want to go over a few FAQs and then I'll go ahead and stop this audio intro and I'll go into the actual video unboxing. So if you want to see me in person, don't worry, I'll be there. Looking fabulous as always. For dental professionals, will wearing earplugs interfere with the communication for my dental patients or assistants? Oh, no, definitely. I've worn similar ones before and I use them. I'm an official with USA Swimming, so I'm on deck, usually outside, someone's inside, and it is like incredibly loud. You've got hundreds of people yelling, music going, people swimming, and I can still talk to people, no problem. And the whistles and the loudspeakers are crazy. So yeah, no, I definitely wear earplugs at every athletic event. Concert, I wear them in the grocery store if I'm not wearing my AirPods. Let's see, I wear them in the airport. I wear them in every store that I go to. Yeah, no, you can hear people. It's not a problem. The dental environment is a breeding ground for aerosols. Are reusable earplugs hygienic enough for a practice? So this is important. I did not realize that you could actually, I knew you can get bacteria in your ears because, right, obviously you can get an ear infection. But I thought that bacteria was from a cold. I didn't know you could get exogenous bacteria in your ear, but I guess I did because I've heard of people being in like polluted waters and getting an outer ear infection. So, but that's never happened to me. But I never thought about the dental office, and that's true. We usually use disposable earplugs in the dental office, but that's like a sustainability issue plus a cost issue. Plus, honestly, it's hard with a disposable to hear people. It muffles out the wrong sounds. The reusable ones filter out certain sounds, the high pitched ones, the damaging ones, but allows you to hear regular speaking noises and focus on that. So that's the difference. So this product does come with a sanitizing case that kills 99.9% of bacteria. So I did not know that. And I want to go into that a little bit more about the bacteria, because again, I was like, oh, maybe that's just a gimmick. And then I actually did the medical research and I was like, holy cow. And to be honest, the reusable ones that I've been using, I actually wipe them down afterwards. I let them air dry. I put them in the sun. So I've essentially been, and I don't reuse them the next day. I have so many pairs that I rotate them, kind of like a toothbrush. So for me, it wasn't an issue. But then I've been thinking about how much am I buying? Like maybe this is cheaper. And the ones that I use, the squishies, and I'll show you guys what those look like that I use at night. And my son's using them too now in college. Like those are expensive. They're $18.99, I think, for a pack of 16 or 20 or something. Well, I mean, that's like $1 a pop. If I can only wear them a couple nights, $2 a pop, I'm basically throwing away $2 every 3 months. And I hadn't really thought about that, but they were on my Amazon subscribe and save every month. And I'm spending, 12 times 20 a year. You can do the math on that. But what if I could just have one and get it sterilized? Like that's going to save me a lot of money. So real risks in terms of bacteria, you've got your swimmer's ear. Even if you're not swimming, you can still get bacteria in your ear introduced from the external. So that's true. Micro tears, fungal growth, as well as earwax compaction, which actually is a real thing. I have heard of that. And it's almost impossible. We actually had this issue with a family member that had earwax impaction. And in our state, we couldn't find anyone to disimpact it. The only option was to go to some Chinese day spa where they do those candlings and stuff like that. And she was like in her 90s and we were, and she couldn't even get to the place because the place had stairs. So like basically now we have family members who have been to audiologists who can't even have hearing aids because they have earwax impactions from using other stuff that they shouldn't have been using. And there's no way to get the earwax out safely, like in our state. So just something to keep in mind. Okay. So, I mean, one concern I did have about the earplugs is that it only covers 18.5 decibels. Most of the other ones that I've used are between 25 and 50. So I'm going to have to see how that goes, but it might be better for like daytime stuff for me. I don't think that's enough for nighttime stuff for me. Let's see what else. They do have 5 different tip sizes. They talk about how ADHD or neurodivergent individuals can focus and it helps them hyperfocus. I don't disagree with that. That's really important to me. Oh, there was an interesting one. How does controlling sound improve jaw alignment, grinding, and airway health? High daytime noise and pollution forces your nervous system to stay alert. When your brain is stressed, you are significantly more likely to clench your jaw. Yeah, I do that like crazy. If I wake up with jaw pain, teeth pain, I know that I've been stressed. And a lot of times it has to do with loud noises, too much. Yeah. Restoring deep, quiet sleep lowers stress-induced bruxism, supporting optimal craniofacial rest. Okay. So without further ado, we will go into the unboxing now. Thanks for listening. What's up? It's Dr. Amanda. I told you I'd do the unboxing in person. So here we are. All right. It came in a package like this. I won't show you my address, but packaging, simple, but it works. But that's fine. I actually would prefer a startup not spend a lot of money on floofy packaging because I'm thinking they're spending $3 to $5 and then, what's the ROI on the product? So keep it simple for a startup product. I'm going to show you some of the earphones I have been using historically. I know I mentioned a few of them in the intro. So let's go ahead and show you some of the ones I was talking about. Let's see. I've got so many. It's not even funny. I have an entire drawer full of earphones. Okay. This is one of my favorite, and I'm blanking out on the name, but this is one of those, there's so many ones. You go to Amazon, these are like the high fidelity ones. I think they're like 50, and they're noise canceling. They go straight in. They have a little filter and a little cone and a tiny little filter in here. These are my favorites. Like the ones you wear when you still want to be able to talk to people, but you just want the edge to be taken off. My favorite. Incredibly expensive for this little thing, and they don't even come with a good case or anything. I lose them all the time, like $30, 15 a pop. But they work. These are some cheaper ones from I don't really like these. These are my eargasms that we wear at night. Pretty much everyone in our house wears them at night. These are incredible, but they totally trap bacteria. You have to throw them out every few days, and they're expensive. They just went up, so that's why I was like, gosh, I'm spending like $1 a day on those blue suckers, at least, if not more, for life, and I'm throwing them out. It's not even sustainable. All right. So here's the WeLove ones. I think I've shown you everything I have. Okay. Here's the WeLove ones. And they come in all different colors. I actually have like 3 different colors. I think they even come in more. These are just the white ones because I think my kids claim the other ones. This is the UV sanitizing case. There's a cord in here as well. It's under all this stuff. I just didn't want to lose all kind of pieces, but there is a cord, just regular pluggy, and then you open it up, and this is the sanitizing case, and it will turn like a certain color once you plug it in and it actually starts charging, but I haven't done that yet. but I think that's important now that we know. I did put it in this one ear. It comes with all those different tips, and it took me a little while. I need to verify the fit because basically you should watch the video. You have to put it in and then rotate it. They have so that basically, here, easier if I show you here. So if you don't know anything about ear anatomy, we all got like our tragus and our concha and stuff like that. It's called concha because it's like the shape of a shell, a conch shell. So this little piece needs to rotate up into your own concha. So you have to put it in and then rotate it so it snaps in and it should fit. But then this little piece needs to be the right size in order for this to fit. And there's 5 different sizes for this. One ear could be one size, one could be the other. One's right, one's left. So I'll kind of show you what I did on this side. I don't know if you guys can see. I can't even tell if you guys can see what I'm looking at. So we'll find out. But if you can see, I think it's right. I'm not sure. And then, no, better not because this is my AirPod. You won't be able to hear me. But this one is definitely the wrong size. It starts out a fit a medium. I think I sized down for this one. I think that's a small, which probably would make sense. So anyways, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else you need to do besides keep them clean. I'm going to just start using them for the next few months, especially during the daytime stuff. I mean, like I told you, I always have these suckers in. I don't care if I'm at the grocery store, I'm at the farmer's market, I'm out and about. The only time I don't have something in my ear, no, I don't think I always have something in my ear. It's a joke in the house. There's always something in my ear, be either an AirPod or an earplug. The world is loud for me. I like it quieter. So I'm excited to sample these. Thanks, Anne. Nice to meet you. And thank you for the team at WeLove. Aloha from Hawaii. Take care.